Hello. Oh, there we go. Looking good.
Hello. Are we
Looking
live?
good. We're live, I think.
Nice.
How are you feeling today?
It's a beautiful day. It's Thursday, February 26th, 2026,
Oh, you're
here
looking good. Cleaned up your
in
office.
America. Nice. Great. I hope everyone else is doing good also. Everywhere else that everyone else is all over the world.
Is that a new chair that you got?
Uh it's not a new chair, but it's not an old chair. Does that make sense?
Okay, you just moved it. You moved it into your office.
Yeah, it wasn't in my office before.
Yeah.
I also
Okay.
got a new microphone. I got a new microphone. Do you
Oh
like it?
yeah. It's a live
Cool.
microphone. Pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, so cool, so sick, so neat.
Yeah, it's a new snowball, but it's like the dirty snowball from
Oh,
Jergens.
cool. I don't know what
Yeah,
that
okay.
means.
It's just darker color, you know.
Okay.
The snowball's normally white.
Oh yeah, of course.
I actually haven't had one of those in a long time. Uh,
What's
Yeti.
Yeti? Wait, Yeti makes a one called a snowball. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think you have one.
Oh, is that what mine's called? Mine says blue on it.
Okay. That's the other. That's the other one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
cool. The other one. Yeah,
yeah.
so
There's
sick.
only two microphones.
They only make two. Well, that's all they need. I mean, my microphone's pretty sick. I don't think I've even had a desire to replace mine since I got this. And I think you told me to get this. So yeah, I'm feeling
Nice.
good.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, we are here for a completely normal dev stream. We're going to talk about suggestions from the community, like the note board. We'll do some frequently asked question answers. What people want to know, your burning questions. That's the plan.
It's a good
So
plan.
yeah, we'll be here for a little bit. I think my camera is gone on your side. I
Yeah,
don't know
it
how.
disappears when I was switching to the note board, but then I moved it to my other monitor, and I think that
Mm.
got all of us.
Okay, nice.
Is the challenging technology.
Yeah. Um, feeding a normal camera feed into a normal stream is challenging sometimes. Like, you think there wouldn't be any tech issues with like a normal camera like we have right now, but yeah.
Also, chat's
Anyway,
like,
sometimes there are. Yeah.
wait, no, never mind. It's right. I thought in my screen, I thought chat was like not going to the right side of the screen, but no, it is. Maybe. It doesn't look good on stream. Is it like centered or whatever? Everything's in the right spot.
Well,
There's
yeah.
no dead
Chat.
space.
What do you think?
Is there no dead space on the right? I don't know. Aren't you looking at the stream? Anyway. Oh boy.
Looks fine to me,
Wow.
but it's really tiny on my screen. Because
Okay.
the thing I have big is the note board.
Okay. So what are we doing? Are we going through note? Are we looking at the most voted first? Most voted?
How do you want to sort? Because we asked people this morning to like upvote their favorite, and obviously it's something people have been doing for a while.
Oh, we do have a lot
Anyway.
of monitoring at the top. Boom, boom,
So,
boom, 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 boom,
yeah.
boom, boom, boom.
I'll sort it by what you want. Most voted to start.
I'm on most voted, yeah.
All right,
I'm
yeah.
on most
Maybe
voted.
then we could look at some spicy newest. But 99% of the time when we are looking at this, everyone, we are not just looking at the top of this list, but we are sorting by the most voted, because it makes sense to figure out if a lot of people are really asking for one of these features, or it's just one rogue person who's like, make Zenderbird wear 3 different pairs of shoes. It's like, okay, well.
I made 150 accounts, so I control all of the
That's not cool.
discourse.
That's not cool.
Yeah. Well, as the owner of the noteboard, I just control it, and I control the narrative. In case people were curious. So the only things that get uploaded really high are things that I want.
We're a homegrown game. We got one person get one suggestion.
Actually, if that was true, then it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be all monitoring things at the top. It would be all done. It'd be like the top voted thing would be like, I don't know, the easiest thing on here. Small sound effects suggestion for Lorena, that would have 350 votes because Mend already
Yeah,
put
okay.
planned.
Wait, that makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
I
like
would just be
adding a
like,
bunch of fake
oh,
suggestions. Your suggestions are like add Absa like a year
yeah,
after
yeah.
we add her, and
They
then you're like done. The team's so good.
Dude, crushed it. Crushed all our production goals. All right, let's go through a couple of these because some of these. So this went up when Lorena went up. SBS probably marked a lot of them. And marked some. There's a couple in here with that I marked that will have my comments in them.
Yeah.
The
Someone
funny.
asked. Sorry, I was like, even before we start, someone asked, "Is there a reason we keep getting new note boards?" I feel like having one board would help organize. So I figured we could just talk about the note a little real quick. Just that
Yeah.
the game, we only changed the note board between like the big numbered patches. So like 1.2, 1.3. Those are like when a new character comes out. And the game is actually very different between those patches. So we haven't lost um the old note boards are still in our like internal tracking and stuff, like things people asked for that we took where there are there, but we end up with a lot of old kind of useless suggestions on the board. It makes a lot of noise and like confusion, just because if there's a, a, a thread about some certain mechanic that's no longer in the game, it's definitely confusing everyone to come suggest it and stuff like that. So that's why we roll it out every character update. So that's like every 3 months basically.
Yeah, especially because if you go back and look, I mean, the art subscription, we can only have 5. That's why like we don't have all of the historic note boards. We kept like the launch one, and I think
That's true too.
like one other. Otherwise, they get cleared out. But if it would, there would be a lot of useless upvoted ones. So like general mechanics, sure, like they are kind of stay the same. I remember there was one patch where the top 2 upvoted posts were get rid of floor hugging and keep floor hugging, and they were like the 2 sides were like trying to push them up. So that's
They were
one.
like equal. I feel like they
Yeah.
were
Well,
also
they were going neck and neck. But the other patches, it's like the top voted one is like nerf Zetterburn, right? For example,
right.
last summer. And that's no longer how people are feeling, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
and the things they're bringing up are like things that may have already been nerfed.
Yeah,
So
exactly. So 3 months is a long time in our world. We do bi-monthly updates. So
mm-hmm.
I think that's one of the situations where both of those can mean the same thing, which is terrible.
Oh, bi-monthly? Yeah.
And bi-weekly.
Ugh. Let's not talk about it.
I was thinking about it. Let's gloss over it. People
but
are saying in chat. Okay, I'll let us go to the note board. But people are saying they're asking you to like change your color, which I don't know what that even means because this is a normal dev stream. I don't know. Change what?
change what color?
Yeah. Anyway, okay.
Change my color?
Yeah, they said make your hair green or something.
Oh,
I don't know.
on Zetterburn. No.
What do you mean?
Not doing that. We're not messing with
I don't even know what you mean.
I'm not messing with it.
I'm not gonna. This is a normal stream.
We're not. I can't adjust my camera. The lighting's already set in my room. Can't change my outfit. All right.
I like how you're really zoomed out. Your arms are just at your sides. Anyway, yeah.
Well, yeah, because Italian American, I speak with my arms, so that's how I set up my camera. It's just normal.
Okay.
Anyway, let's open these because sometimes when we do monitoring, the plan is I'm going to respond. Sometimes things are already happening, but I think this is a good one to start on, which is the XP coin rate.
Yeah.
It's too much to keep up with the expanding catalog, which there's a couple things here. One, ideally to the 2024's XP rate. I don't know if we changed the XP rate. Did we?
Recently?
No, even at
I
launch.
don't
I thought
think
it was
so.
we changed events, just events, how much it takes per level because people beat them in like the first 12 hours that one, one of the updates was out. So I think we just made events like they take the same each level, but I think they just take a little bit more than 2024.
Yes.
Otherwise, I think everything stayed the same. I don't think we actually
Yeah, we did
adjusted.
change that around lunch
Yeah,
this
for
year.
sure. I remember that.
It was like a couple hours for the whole event or something. Yeah, or day.
The amount of coins for level ups substantially increased. I mean, you get a lot of coins again for events versus character levels if you're looking at both. So yeah, two things. One, yes, the catalog is a lot bigger. The initial design doc for Rivals to Shop did have like a reroll mechanic. The way that we generate your items though is like a cloud script, so we haven't had. It's not like a just hit a button and you reroll the shop, right?
Mhm.
It's like a little bit more complicated, and we've always had other back end buyers, which is why we haven't gotten a reroll in yet. But that's still my plan. Is like to address the expanding catalog is like just a button. You probably just spend some coins. It'd probably be like a low amount of coins, and you just reroll your daily shop. As opposed to adding more columns and stuff, we've talked about that as well. More columns and rows. I think that would be fine because we have so much stuff. I wouldn't mind doing both, but I think like reroll is my prio one for just making sure. One, to kind of address how big the catalog is, because yeah, if you're a new player, there's so many more items than there were when we launched the shop. And then in terms of the grind, yes, I agree that we can, and we have some stuff coming in. I think one area I've observed is like, depending on how you play, you're gonna think that the XP grind is fine or not good, right? Like if you're playing locally or in lobbies, you're
Mhm.
getting less, right? And the idea is that we need people in queues, so you don't have everyone on Reddit and other places saying, I couldn't find a match, dead game, right? So like, to incentivize filling queues, you get more XP. Now, obviously, that still hasn't made free for all and 2v2 and even crews now can still be a long time to find a match. So that's a big part of our update that's coming up is getting those queues back to life. So not only will we be using XP incentives to bring those queues back to life, but also I wanted to do one that kind of an XP gain that's going to help regardless of what mode you play. So I don't know if we mentioned it here. Did SPS respond anything? No, he just marked as monitoring, which is fine. Probably because we weren't quite ready to reveal anything. But I'd like to do like just a first win of the day that's kind of like a flat bonus that helps, can be any mode, including local. And the idea there is it's just going to help regardless of which way you play. As long as you're playing, more frequently, you'll get a decent XP bonus. And it also will help for like leveling up characters, right? Where it's like if you're trying to level up an alt, just get your first win of the day on that character. We haven't settled on what the exact number is going to be yet, but it'll be like a flat bonus, right? So the nice thing is, even if you're in local, even if you're in lobbies, you'll get a nice bonus on your first win of the day, and it'll be just for a single match, any match type. So that will help this a bit. And then in terms of like, are we going to just let lobbies and local have the same rate? Not right now, because we are going to use XP as an incentive to resurrect these queues. So the goal is in the April update, you'll actually be able to find a match in 2v2 and crews and free for all. That is our goal. At least for the whole month of April, you'll be able to find a match, ideally after that as well, thanks to the changes we're cooking up. We'll see if we succeed.
Yeah, we have a lot of April stuff coming up. We're going to talk about more. Probably not much today because we're still a little farther away. Slade was just revealed. But yeah, that's going to be a big update. We'll definitely have stuff about that. One other thing I'd say about this is that they're talking about, oh, there's 650 items in the catalog and counting, right? Part of the design with like a character-based game is not that you can't get every item right, but when we're looking at like what an average player is going to get, they play their mains, a few characters or something like that, and to them, they only have like a much smaller pool of things to get because all of the skins for all the characters they don't play, they don't want, right? So like, it's actually like a smaller catalog for an average person. It's not like you're equipping all of these things at once or doing all that. So that's pretty normal in games like this, right? Like you wouldn't collect everything as a normal player. Obviously, as a collector, that's something you could do. But yeah. Just to add that's something to look at. That things are really designed around also what like one person would reasonably get as a free player and stuff like that. And we have thought of that number and tried to keep it in a good place where, hey, if you're playing the event tracks and you're using your character level ups, like, hey, you should be able to get X amount of skins per year as a free player and stuff like that. So this is set to like monitoring, and we'll keep an eye on that too. But yeah, it's definitely by design that you can't just come in and get all 650 items this person mentions in like your first month or something.
Yeah. Cool. And the second one is tied to that. Expand the coin shop. Again, yes.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
Same idea. I want to do reroll is what I want to do.
Okay, just reroll. Yeah.
We almost, because we redid the shop UI, and at the last minute we talked about expanding visually, but we had set up all of the designs around, the current size, so it wasn't going to be easy as well. I think getting a reroll in there is what we want. We'll get Tom on it as soon as he's done his current task, which we're not going to say what that is yet, because he's not on optimization as of this second. He's got another task.
We did just finish 2 nice optimization changes this year. Yeah. One. Yeah, just a week or so ago.
Yeah. I'm hoping to have him maybe even help out more on that once he's done what he's working on. So yeah, hopefully more optimization and more cool changes coming in the future. All right. Let's see what else we have.
Some people in the chat bet you dig VR chat. I don't know why. This is a normal stream. But I will say that we are planning a VR chat stream probably in March. It'll be fun. We'll like do actual VR chat focused stuff. If anyone wants to check that out. Anyway, yeah, not relevant to today, but I just thought I'd mention it. Next,
read the wiki. Title. I think it's a good one. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if we have something coming up that lines up for that exact emote.
People, I like when everyone's in agreement,
Yes.
This is an easy one. Every single person in the thread is just like, yes. Yes.
Title.
Yeah.
All right. Add a confirmation reporting server online. Yes. I mean, this one should be, I wish we had something other than monitoring. Where we can just be like, we agree. And I bet you something like this, we even have it in our.
Wait, I was going to ask.
Trello. It's just so low prio compared to everything right now. And the reason this one is low prio specifically is like the only time that we go and check these values is when there is like a big problem, right? So like even all of the accidental reports that happen, that percentage is not high enough to make it like out of the ordinary, right? Like let's say, I don't know, let's say there's 5% accidental and 5% real. right? So like all the servers are operating in a between 5 to 10% reporting rate. So those aren't the actual numbers. I think honestly the numbers are, last I checked, they're all like below 5% total. Um, but let's say like we can say half of the reports right now are accidental button presses. Um,
Half.
let's say they are. It still isn't
Yeah.
enough
Yeah.
for like it to affect what we use it for, which is like when there is an actual issue with an area, we go in, we look at the last day basically, or the last 3 days or last 2 days, and we look for a report rate that's like really high. Um, so like the accidental ones aren't necessarily impacting our usage of it. Yes, I think it's annoying when players accidentally report. So it's like a frustration on that point. I've actually even had times where I've accidentally emoted after a match because I'm still hitting the special button,
Yeah.
trying to do stuff off stage. So I think it's like a just adjusting how our inputs are gotten on the result screen. So uh, we don't, yeah, we don't have people accidentally reporting servers. So yes, I would say maybe even more than monitoring. I don't know.
This is one that we definitely want to do. It's just
Been the
like,
plan by
yeah,
far.
a priority,
Yeah.
a lower priority feature in the grand scheme of things.
I love you, Ether Team. As we say in Spanish.
Um,
Is that how they? Is that what
I
they would
wouldn't.
say?
I
My Spanish,
questionable.
my high school Spanish is too rusty.
Well, I think they love you.
Cool. Uh, don't read Twitter or Reddit. Unfortunately, we do read them. Although the funny thing is, over the years we've gotten pretty good at ignoring the angst and the salt. I mean, I play the game, so I understand salt as well. Um, we get pretty good at ignoring it, and then you'll see sometimes there's people like legit crashing out about something, and then like maybe even in like a Twitter thread, for example, right, where they're responding to themselves, and then like 3 posts in, they post a video of them there's just a small part of their crashing out, and then
Uh-huh.
sometimes you'll see me or SBS or Luke Menace respond to just that part and be like, "Hey, can you turn on like can you get us more information on this bug?" So we're pretty good at ignoring like the really angry part and being like, "Oh yeah, that is actually that one thing you said though is an issue." So sometimes you'll see us interacting with people to be like, "What do you mean?" And even on Nolt, I see it sometimes, right? It's like people get really mad about how matches are set up, and then it's like, "Well, can you send me a screenshot of that because here's how it currently works, right? You can only match one tier above you or one tier below you." And then people are like, "Oh yeah, I actually went back and looked, and it was only one tier, but I still couldn't win, man. It was too big of a spread." And to that I say, if you're gonna climb, if you are going to climb the ranked leaderboard, you need to be able to beat people a full tier above you, which is what
It's tough. It's a big ask if you're new sometimes. So yeah, it just means
it can be 398 points at maximum, I think. What that means
mhm.
is if you just hit your tier and the person above you is about to go to the next one. Now that probably very difficult match. But you need to beat people 100, 200 above you if you're going to climb. So you got to use that as a chance. Basically, if your goal is to go up to the next tier, you got to beat people in that tier to get there.
Yeah, Zeus said you just got to believe if you want to climb. I
I
will
don't know. I
say,
would say practice more so than believe, but
yeah,
all
that hasn't worked for me.
right.
But there's other modes as well.
Somebody said, I'm around 1560, and every single match I played 2 nights ago was against the top 20. Yeah, so that means you hit master, which means you can match anyone once you get master. That's your reward for getting to master. So getting to 1500 means the Ethereum is not
You're
like
up there.
a real rank in terms of matchmaking, right? It's like a I don't know, a fluid rank because it's just the top 100 or whatever we set it to. So once you hit
Yeah.
master, you can go up to number one on the leaderboard in terms of who you can match with.
People don't give themselves enough credit too. They're like, oh, I'm this and I'm matching against these people. You're like the top. What is master?
Oh,
Top
it's insane. Yeah.
10%, 5% of the game,
You can go
less.
check the leaderboard. Yeah, it's I don't know, your top
I just
300.
can't remember. We used to have like, yeah. Well, Ethereum is top 100, but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, you made it. Congrats. You're one of the best. And I'm sorry the top 20 are beating up on you, but you did it.
You can beat them. You
Round of
know?
applause. Yeah,
What if
yeah.
they didn't practice, right? They just hopped in. They're not warm. Just take them points. Think how many points you would get. Just think how many points you could get. Okay. Um Edilus Sour Spot Fair. Do we want to open that one?
This one is like a specific move thing. I don't know what we think about this.
I thought Edilus just got a Sour Spot Fair. Am I crazy? Is this new?
We should. This is 2 months ago, so this might be. Yeah. This just might be old. I was gonna say we should. We don't. We maybe don't have the ability to answer this one right now.
No, it's good. I've been
We can
someone
ask.
who gets killed by a lot of Edilus Fair. He should have a Sour Spot.
There is. I will take this opportunity to say. We mentioned this in the last patch notes too. That Genesis was coming up. We didn't shake up the game a bunch. There was a few balance changes and things, but there's a pretty good pass coming in March for all the characters. So, and our philosophy is normally to look at what's annoying to play against or
Yeah, Trevor and I haven't
over
talked.
centralizing competitively. So,
We haven't talked about this one in particular, but usually and a change like this, we're usually tracking it if we want to make in Rivals 1 historically as a people pleaser. I tried to there was lots of changes where we would change something and then the next patch would be like 50% between the old and the
dial it
new
back.
because the idea was good, but the initial implementation was probably just a little much. And the funny thing is, a lot of times what that meant was my first design was like double that, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna nerf this attack, right? And I was like, I'm gonna change it 8, is what I decided. And then I tested it. Maybe it went to back then. I don't even know closed beta if they got every single change. They got some of them, but let's say I did send it to a little group of closed beta testing, which was just MSB and maybe Cake Assault at that time. They're the only ones who are going to open it. Juno would open it. They say, Dad, this is too much. So then I just go, okay, that you're right. I said 4, right? I'm like, 4 is good though, and I push that live. It gets live. Everyone complains about it. They're like, man, this is my favorite move. You ruined it, Dan. And then I'm like, you know what? You guys are right. So then the next patch, I would change it to 2. Right?
It should be a little more.
Well, no, sometimes I would double down, but usually I'd be like, you're right. I'd change it to 2, and then that would be the change. And, that would sit for forever, right? And because that's what felt natural. In Rivals 2, I feel like we don't do it as much because we have a little bit bigger group of beta testers, and we're like a little more confident in the change, and we want to let the meta shift, right? But there are still cases where, we have done that. I don't know exactly what we're thinking for Atlas Fair, but just know that like any change that did go out, it does go like back through a discussion gauntlet. And yeah, sometimes it is like, hey, we want to reduce this a bit, and sometimes it's like, let's look at something else on their kit to kind of replace that strength, because they were, someone like Atlas, I would say probably is too over reliant on fair, and this clip that we have here, maybe he should have went for an air and comboed into an up air. Maybe he should have just went straight for an up air. I don't know. There's lots of things you could discuss there.
Fair enough.
All right. La Reina lost expressions in Rivals 2. This one I did pass along to Diego. I forget if we discussed it in a meeting or not.
Yeah, we did talk about this.
Um,
It's on his kind of to look at list, I think.
yeah, the face in particular, right? Because there are, some skins where she has eyes, some where she has the mask eyes. There's a lot going on in terms of what is, uh, like, if you're like, oh, well, why is this different than that? This is like one going from 2D to 3D is not, it's not a straight line. Everything is rebuilt in 3D, right? There is no export character to from Rivals 1 to Rivals 2 button. Um, and then there's just a lot, right? How much time does the animators have, right? Is kind of influencing how much. And then also, what do they consider important, right? Like, what are they, if you ask an animator, what's the important part of the walk? What are the things that they should focus on? Might not necessarily be the same as what you liked about La Reina from Rivals 1. So, a lot that goes into it. I think for us, it'd be like, what's the low hanging fruit from a feedback like this that we could adjust? Are the eyes something that we can make a little more expressive without spending a lot of time? Um, we're still planning 4 characters a year as of right now, right? Or for this year, we've already announced. So there's 4 characters. So that's the big thing, right? Animators don't have a ton of time to polish released characters. But when they do, we'll look at it. And I think Diego is already thinking about some stuff from this one. I don't know what he's prioritized. Um, I'd probably say this one's disgusting because we talked about it. Um, oh, here's one
Yeah.
for you, George.
Ooh. Unfortunately, there's not like a great answer for this one. This one's in the same bucket as the something like the reporting a server where it's like, yes, thank you for making this post. And you are right. And we want to do this. And we will do this. And we should do this. But when will we do this? That's the question. Soon, hopefully. So we can put actually all of these ones that we're talking about today, we'll do the same thing. We'll put like a little text summary for everyone who's following the board. Just still like we said, month or so till Slade update this. But yes, I would like to breathe some new life into there. It's got a pretty poor structure, an old, very old structure, and there's tons of new awesome emotes for like Rivals 2 that we've made and that aren't in there, right? There's like legacy ones from Rivals 1. Not that we'll like remove all the old stuff, but yeah. There's a lot of cool stuff from Rivals 2 that's like not reflected in there. And then just in general, adding to the mod team and things like that. They would love that too because they're a little overworked. Being mod is tough job. So yeah. Yes to all of these.
Every single one.
Well, okay. Let me open it again. There's a lot of bullet points.
Yeah. We go through
Yes to. Okay, just think of it like this. Whenever you make a suggestion of the game, if what you said is good, then we might do it. If it's bad, we won't. So just say good things, and then
Yeah.
you'll always feel like you're right.
Just make good
So,
suggestions. Move
yeah.
Dreams of Ether
Just,
channel to the Etherverse folder. I mean, that sounds pretty solid to me. Like, we could do that, and then we'd be like, Weasel Snore was right.
yeah. No, but seriously, these are all very relevant suggestions, and I think we would do 90% of these things, and not just in the initial OP, but a lot of people's comments too. There's a few about like new stickers and emotes and server tag and all that stuff. So yes, comma soon.
Job application, jump scare, critical hit effect. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I don't know. That's the tough one though, because Businessman Craig's already out, right? It would match him very well. But we gotta.
We only get like one critical hit a month or less.
Yeah, it's less right now.
So I think this one's not happening. We're gonna
I
have to
know, but
reply.
it'd be super sick. Can we do like not planned but agreed? Agree with you.
We don't have that status. Wait, I'll create it.
But not planned.
Not planned. Are you doing it? I got it. Not
I'm just
planned.
doing not planned but agree, and then I'm adding a comment.
Okay, I'll let you do it. Yeah. I didn't want to double tag it.
Some minor adjustments for Slade's model. This one we sent to our character art team.
Yeah, a few weeks ago, whenever this was made. Oh, almost 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
There are pieces that came from this. Corey was like, yeah, the teeth blend a little too much. I think what other character actually has like a teeth?
We're looking at like his lip liner, right?
Because he has like for sure.
The black line. Yeah, on his mouth.
Color's tough because well, one, yeah, it's just hard to see, right? If you just translate directly their colors from other media, right? Like we ran into this with Absa, where she just looked too dark and too gray. If you just match Mark's concept art 1-to-1, you got to kind of match it to the game, because the game, even defaults, right? Characters need to have the colors that are important to them, that pop.
Yeah, we have different world, different lighting, different shaders that are very cartoony, right? Yeah. So we're keeping in mind the feedback on their color, but they're not like going to be 1-to-1 to the old concept art.
Yeah, there was a couple pieces of feedback that Mafu, our lead character artist, who does all like the new character, like upcoming characters. He also does like the Abyskins that he agreed on, and then there's some things that Corey, our tech artist, agreed with that he targeted as well. The funny thing is the gills, the rib gills. It's funny that it came up a bunch, because when we were building him, it came up, and we had a specific reason that we didn't do them when we were building him. I want to say it was like a skinning issue, and it was like these are gonna like scratch and just not look good, and we opted against it. But then when it came up again in the feedback, I maybe like both Mafu and Corey forgot, right? It was like a Men in Black situation where they're like, we could totally do rib gills. So I don't even know at this point. I don't know if they're on the menu, they're back on the menu, if they're messing with it. I don't know if we'll have rib gills or not. I think it's a cool part of Slade's design in Rivals or in Dungeons of Aether, even though if you think really hard about it, it doesn't really make much sense in terms of trying to take a shark's anatomy and put it on a human body anatomy.
Right.
So don't think too hard on that.
Somewhere else, yeah.
But they do look cool. I agree with that. So we'll see if we get those back.
Well, we can find out. You know what? We can go ask Mafu and see what they're thinking, and at least let people know on this post. We'll let them know about the rib gills. But the point is, we are looking at this and have some changes already planned and things in mind. But yeah, it's not like
I can reply because I know a couple that are coming for sure. I know.
Yeah. I meant the gills specifically because I don't know the gills off the top of my head. But it's not like we forgot them. Like if we're basing the model off of Slade's concept art, and he has very noticeable gills, so it's it'd be more of a design change if we're not changing it. Like it's definitely intentional, but we'll ask.
The funny thing is too, even on this, it's like we discuss it and then like we have like a soft plan, but then the artists go execute. So even like right after we discuss, we don't necessarily want to comment because things we don't make any change colors. I'm not sure if the rib gills are
we gotta try that kind of thing out because that's a big
lead artist is experimenting with it. Boom. I think that's everything. And then instead of there's no stats on this one. We are researching. Okay. And then we got like 15 minutes, so we could keep going through.
Want to flip to some of the new ones real quick, and then we can go to some chat because you're right. We're rounding up. I will say, just in general, everyone. Hey, first, thanks for tuning in. Second, people are still mentioning like your hands are doing crazy stuff. I don't know why. It's a normal dev stream, so I don't know why your hands are going crazy. But anyway, but the real thing I wanted to mention was that we're only getting in time to look at like the top right on the stream, but we do go through all of these. It helps. It helps the suggestion to be higher because then we know more people are passionate about it. But we do go down and look the way down normally, or at least very far down. So it's not. Don't worry if you are submitting feedback. Please still do, and please upvote your favorites. All right, what'd you find?
I'm one of the few devs that still has all the email notifications on. So not only do I see new stuff, if
Everyone.
people are crashing out in a comment thread, I often see that discussion as well.
You're getting live updates to your crash out.
I see it. It's pretty fun. I would say
Nice.
some of you maybe post a little too much on Note would be my feedback on some threads that go on too long.
Some people in this stream just learned about the Note, so this is good. I feel like that's a helpful thing of this stream. Yeah, please. You can always go to rivals2.com/Note and leave these suggestions, and that link always updates for whatever the latest board is. So yeah. Anyway, are you on sorting by newest now?
I'm on trending. It says allow us to report players using lag switches. Unfortunately, unless they're like a super sick hacker and they're legit DDoSing us, a lag switch would only hurt yourself. Because the game runs on dedicated servers and any lag is on your connection to the server. Now, that's not 100% true. There are some cases where there are like a server hiccup, whether that's like a performance drop because of a bug that we accidentally introduced, or the server itself, is having issues, which depending on the region is possible sometimes, right? That's why we have the report server button. Sometimes, we do look into issues and we do talk to EdgeGap about, say, Miami is having degraded performance. Do you have something on your side? And then they go and look into it and they're like, oh, yeah, so-and-so is having an outage. Usually it resolves by itself. But I would say 99% of the time it is your connection to the server, which I'm not saying that's necessarily your internet. There's lots of reasons your connection to the server could have issues, right? A lot of times it's a routing issue. The actual, what this person's running into, though, the spikes, is likely, I would say, very high likelihood it is your internet issue, but there's lots of things that could be happening, right? It could be you're on Wi-Fi. It could be like your internet's cutting in and out for some reason beyond being on Wi-Fi. It could be even just the amount of information that's being sent, the game state to the game is causing issues. So I would say, yeah, just see if you can diagnose it. There's also like your game's performance will affect it. So lots of things that could be it. Likely not your opponent lag switching, even though you want to feel like it because it's the last stock of game 3 where you run into it. That could be more. That could point to game performance issues, right? If it's later in the match and the game's been running for a bit and your computer's getting hot. So yeah, lots of things to look into. Okay. Nice. Any other trending ones we want to look at? I think there was one that I responded to.
I don't think you're sorting by trending. Yours is different than mine.
Yeah, I thought I did. Did you do recent?
Oh, there's a trending button. I clicked trending because he told me trending.
Maybe
you lie.
Look at the stream. Open the stream. I'm trending.
Is trending different for different people? That would be crazy.
I don't know.
When I hit trending, the top one is add the unreleased pink Zetterburn to the shop.
Unreleased pink Zetterburn.
Wild.
I don't even see that one. Does that one have a response?
It doesn't have a response.
We should do that, though.
They said, could you please add this beautiful palette to the shop? It's been there for months secretly. It's not available in-game for purchase. It's been on the tournament setups, they're saying, for months. Anyway, yeah, never mind. I'll let you go through your trending ones. But I don't know why our trending pages are different. Spooky.
Yeah, somebody asked for what was it? Buffering pummels being easier. They wanted to just be able to hold the button. But I did respond to it. I said, they're like, well, my best thing to do is to mash the button. And to that, I would say, not necessarily, right? Because you're dealing with a couple frames of improvement here, right? Realistically, you should be able to get pretty close to just perfectly buffered. So at that point, mashing isn't necessarily optimal, right? Because there's gaps in mashing. The reason it was optimal for ASDI or SSDI down, sorry, is the timing can change and there's not like teching, there's no lockout. So SSDI down was a pretty good case where just mashing down was optimal. In this situation, I don't think mashing is optimal. You're better off just getting your timing right and buffering. You got 6 frames to work with. You can definitely buffer a pummel.
Wait, I have a counterpoint. People have time to hit the button more than once. Man,
Some people
I'm
do.
so bad.
Dude,
They're mashing the button. I'm reacting like 10 seconds after I got special pummeled.
Oh, this is for getting grabbed. No, this is the person wants to buffer as the aggressor. They wanted a hold. So as soon as they get the grab, they want to.
I could see this one on Dilt. So okay. I misunderstood the
title.
Okay.
But to your
I was like,
problem,
man, they got time to do all that. They want to hold down the reaction.
To your issue, I would say it's the same as teching. It's in wall tech, right? You're reacting, you're anticipating and reacting. You're not pure reacting. If you're pure reacting to grab, then you might be getting special pummel, especially online, right? There's a 2-frame delay. At least.
I once got special pummeled 40 times in a best of 3 at a tournament.
Was it at Genesis, the first one?
No, it was actually a while ago, so I feel bad mentioning it because when you mention like, oh, I beat someone like a long time ago. Mm-hmm. You know what? I'll flame him on stream because they're a streamer. I beat Wisely at Smash Camp like a year and a half ago, and he special pummeled me. I will say he literally special pummeled me 40 times, and I beat him.
As Maple?
No, he's Claren.
Oh, okay.
This is before he played Claren. This is before he played Maple. That's what I'm saying. This is old. This is old. This is dirty to even bring up because it's not who he is. It doesn't represent him. I'm a much worse now. He's much better now.
The reason I ask is because if it was the first Genesis, we did nerf it after that. Because in bracket, I played actually a Claren as well, who just spammed it, and I was like, even when I know it's coming, the window was so short.
Yeah, this is still a little after that. I think it was. The game was just out, maybe. I don't remember when this event was. Yeah. Anyway,
they're just teaching. It was a teaching moment. Wisely was trying to get you to special pummel break.
Yeah, I represent people who can't push button fast. You are represented as well on the dev team. Don't worry, people who can't push button fast. I'm here for you.
You need to exist though, because if you didn't, there would.
What do you mean? I need to exist. There's millions of us. Yeah, there's millions of us who can't push button fast.
Exactly, but then there would
be the majority.
There would be no special pummel wouldn't exist if you didn't exist.
Down.
You know what I mean? Everyone would just break special pummel, and you'd never see it. You'd only ever see special pummel break. So you are doing a positive for the community by existing and playing the game. It means the button still exists and it still has value and it is seen and loved.
Wow.
All right. What did we want to do that wasn't Nolt? Didn't you have something?
Oh, I was just going to say, since chat is here and Nolt, people who left these aren't necessarily here, let's take some good ones from chat. Because, yeah, we do have a hard stop at 11.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks for just want to remind everyone this is here and this is really important to our development. So like please do go leave your suggestions here. Like don't only shout them out in like random forums or something. But yeah, let's take some chat questions. Someone said while I'm letting people write, someone asked if will you do like more VR chat stuff on the VR chat stream you mentioned? And yeah, we'll talk more about that. Someone asked if we had like plans for other characters and things like that. We can talk about that then. You see any good chat questions to answer now?
I did see one. That's something that just came up the other day. Somebody asked. Wait, I lost it immediately. Move list in the game. We did spend a little bit of time concepting out what that would look like, right? Because I think I'm trying to think of games that had good examples. I want to say like Ultimate question mark has like a list of specials, and I know like Multiversus did.
Street Fighter has a good like when you hit start. I think we looked at theirs.
Yeah. Traditional fighting games. Oh, I think a lot of traditional fighting games have it, right? But they have like motion inputs, right? So we were looking at like platform fighters as well. The problem is,
but the feature is more common in traditional FPC.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah. The problem for like a game like ours is like, if you go the ultimate style, right, where you just list the specials, you're probably not getting enough information, right? Because it's like a neutral special is throw a seed, and that's all that you put in there, and then it's like, well, ...
Yeah.
That's not all. So yeah. I think, and then Multiverses, I feel like had the flip side of it. I don't know if you guys remember when that game came out, especially if you played Platform Fighters. Opening up theirs, they had like a lot of their specials. They had like sometimes 3 things that it could do, depending. It was like, this is the move, this is the move on cooldown, this is the move if something else is out, and it was just like I don't know, like a big table of text.
Yeah, we're torn because we don't want either direction, but we kind of you kind of need a little closer to that. And theirs was definitely one of those things like people did not read.
I know it hurt your brain, but then when you go to play it, if you played a character for an hour, then you go back and you open the move list, then you can read it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you tried to read that right at the beginning, you would have been like, this game makes absolutely no sense. Like, what do you mean Tasmanian Devil's got like, 3 specials on one button? Like, what are you talking about? And then you're like, right. Okay. Yeah. It makes
so people think it's like a new player feature. It's actually like a little past the first time you've touched it.
Yeah. So we want to do something. The problem is like where it lies. In Rivals 1, we had those little information pages, which were never meant to be super useful. I actually made it for like events, right? Like I would go to, and not even PAX. Like at PAX, I'd rather just like tell somebody, oh, you're a beginner, like try Cragger's Ataburn. Like that's kind of how PAX worked. It was more like events where people were like kind of interested in fighting games but didn't know the characters, right? And we'd be up and I'd be like, oh yeah, open the info panel if you want to like read a little bit about what they do. But it wasn't meant to be like too useful. So I think we kind of need just like a better version of those info ones, ideally with a little visuals. But we don't know where you access it. And it also is another one, just like character tutorials. I've mentioned before, one of the reasons we're not planning on character tutorials until later, I've mentioned like console launch as a target, is they are so much more upkeep than the general mechanic tutorials.
Things change.
Yeah, character mechanics change a lot. Not just frame data can break them, right? Even changing one attack can break it, right? If you're doing something like Zetterburn, Gatling combo, for example, if you change the dash attack startup, then all of a sudden like Orby falls out because it's very specifically programmed. That's one thing. But then also we change specials, right? Raster's current, for example, we literally write text on about how it works. And then we're like, you know what? This is kind of toxic and we need to change it. And then we have to rewrite the lesson because the lesson is completely different. So movesets would be like that a little bit, where there would be some upkeep, right? So we would want to make sure that it's not just like an image we're showing. It's like actually text that's translated that we can change when balance changes happen.
Yeah. The short answer is or just a short addition. I mean, sorry, not answer. You gave a good answer, but we have to like some of the UI team in the past explored this a little bit and stuff like where it makes sense to live and that kind of thing. So it's something that maybe, like you said, if we could hit that. It'd be polished for console or something, right?
Yeah, for sure. It'd be awesome for console. Somebody asked, why does parrying Raster Slipstream do essentially nothing? That's not true. It hits him and it puts on cooldown immediately. He gets 0 time with current. And those are both good. I parry it. I think parrying it's good. The problem is I don't parry it on reaction usually. I'm usually doing a call out. So sometimes I just parry and then eat a Raster combo. If they didn't actually use current. All right, George, you see any good ones?
Someone asked if we can add a link directly to the wiki on the main menu. Maybe we can make a bot rotation box that like comes in and out that has that. Just like we have one for the Discord when there's like not 3 news boxes. It promotes the Discord. Yeah, the wiki is awesome, and Lynn and other contributors do and like do so much work.
It's linked in the new player guide, right? Which is in the main menu. Isn't it like right at the top of that when you open it?
I don't know off the top of my head.
I thought it was. I think
that's good then.
I should double check.
It
I want to say it's like
yeah.
linked in the first paragraph of the new player guide. So like we do try to send people there because the wiki. The wiki's better, way better than we could do in game because one,
which is awesome,
and two, Lynn and other contributors keep it really updated, right? It's like a lot of work to keep it updated with patches. So the wiki is like even if we put a move list in game, it wouldn't be as good as the wiki for people who want to learn stuff.
Yeah, that's really detailed. But yeah, to the point about it directly on the thing, I think we could. Someone said it's at the bottom of the new player guide, IRC.
We should move it to the top.
I'll update that so it's at both places.
Yeah, so good.
Top and bottom. But yeah, we could also, I think, get a little rotation promo in there. There's, it's scary to put a direct link to something that is not directly like on our website, right? So like just adding that into like the in-game menu, like a normal menu, could leave us open to like issues if the website is hacked or like something happens, right? So that's why it's probably going to show up in articles or as like a news box, but not be like in the menu in the game, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I feel you. All right, one more question. It's 11 o'clock Pacific time.
Oh yeah, it's got to be a good question.
I'll leave my house at 11:10 to drive Mikey somewhere.
Let me see.
Oh, my game has been taking a lot longer to launch. 30 seconds now since the February patch. I think it might be made to shader changes. Is this not an issue? Yes. And we posted to Reddit a couple places. We should probably have a PSA. There's a couple ways you can fix this. One, if your computer is not super recent, you can do the boot option /DX11. That will make it not use the I think it's like your pre-compiled shaders is basically what's taking forever to load. So that's the first option, right? As like the nuclear option of like, I don't want to do these new changes that Tom did to basically speed up the process. It is messing with people's loading. The other thing too is if you're someone who often switches around branches, right? So if you're doing the workshop branch, you're doing the game, then you might have outdated files, which is what makes it take a long time to load before the game opens. There is a folder you can clear out. So I'm trying to think of what's a good place to grab this info. Maybe we'll have George make a post on the official Rivals Twitter later today to just link or give you where this folder is. Because if you delete that, then it should make your next load will be better, but then future loads shouldn't be quite as long.
Yeah.
And we're also looking into reducing it because Trevor, our gameplay lead, he runs into it a lot because he's on even more branches than a live player can be, right? As a live player, I think you really only have 2, maybe 3 if you're trying to get old replays. You basically have like 3 branches worth of files that can slow you down. Trevor's in like 8 or 9 branches, so it just takes forever. We're also trying to just improve it and kind of fix it. The thing is, though, like that load at the beginning is what makes the game and the shader cooking in game be a lot shorter. And with how we set it up, we don't know yet how to make it not. I don't like that the game isn't even open, right? Because there's a lot of people right now who reported, hey, my game didn't even open because they give up on it
Right.
before it loads. This is not a good permanent solution. So we are trying to fix that. But right now the workarounds are clearing out your folder and getting rid of any unused kind of Unreal assets. And yeah, we'll put out a little message just later today for people who are running into it to kind of help. If you cleared out and it's still really, really slow, then the DX11 launch option is your other is what you can do. And what that means is then you'll just have to cook longer, and I think some things will still load.
Yeah.
When you load a match, for example.
I would say definitely we'll post this other potential solution, because the DX11 thing should be pretty old machines that are forced to not use DX12. So yeah, you don't necessarily want to just throw out the new optimizations. Yeah.
Sweet. All right, that's this week's stream. Woo!
We did it. Totally normal stream.
Nothing
Totally
out
normal.
of the ordinary, I would say.
Camera. Yeah, exactly. We'll do another. We'll post what we're gonna do next week. I think we have a few coming up. Someone also posted an idea like, hey, could you do one with an emphasis on visual design, animation philosophy, maybe like a workshop stream where we talk about what would make a good beginner, stuff like that. So yeah, we're gonna do a VR chat stream. A little more coming up. Yeah.
If you
Thanks for tuning in.
If you got behind the scene questions you want to know, or devs who haven't been on that you want to, pick their brain.
Yeah, say like, even if you don't know their name, like we want to talk to the animator. We want to talk to the person making the skins. Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, hit us up on, I would say, the Rivals of Ether Twitter is a good spot. So just add us naturally or reply to this week's dev stream just with what you want to see in a future developer stream.
Cool.
Thanks, George.
Thank you, Dan.
It's really sunny at your place, I noticed.
Yeah, it's great. It's a nice day out here.
It's interesting because we're in a similar area. It's not as sunny where I am, so kind of crazy. But that's just the weather for you.
That's just how it is. What can I change on my color? Oh, I can change my shirt color. I mean, obviously anyone could change their shirt color by changing the shirt
you can wearing. Do that on the fly? That's so crazy.
Yeah, just normal stream stuff.
Okay. All right.
Well, anyway, bye.